surprising. I love, the Denver Broncos. It's just, everything is just still, new, and it's hard to, really put the emotions into words. This is all I know. This is all I, ever knew playing pro sports. Here with the Denver Broncos, I've been here through the ups and the downs, and it's always tough whenever you leave though. But I love all my fans. I love Broncos country. When I said Broncos for life, I meant that, and it'll always be on my heart.
This is a sad day that we all knew was coming. The one that had to happen eventually. We didn't know when it would happen, how it would happen, just that it would happen. Sort of like when your favorite TV show comes to an end. The Office, Seinfeld, The Simpsons. Okay, maybe not The Simpsons. Nobody knows when that will end. But Vaughn is gone. Today, I'll talk about what that means for the Broncos, the Rams, guaranteed Super Bowl appearance, and I'll try not to cry while I do it. That's good sports. If you get emotional while seeing your favorite player get traded, please subscribe to this YouTube channel. Today's episode is sponsored by Manscaped.com/goodsports. And it's the holidays. What gave that away? Manscaped and That's Good Sports are like peanut butter and jelly, sports cars and midlife crises, or holidays and perfectly packaged gifts. That's why the Performance Package is the perfect gift for this holiday season. It's got the oomph of that sports car I just referenced. See? You thought that was random. Ladies, listen, the Performance Package with the Lawnmower 4.0 really is the best gift. Whatever one of these is the lawnmower, really is the best gift you can give this holiday season because it's sort of a gift for yourself. I'm not here to give relationship advice, but if you let a guy know you're thinking about his lower torso area with the gift, your shopping is done. Because it has everything a man needs for below-the-belt grooming. It really feels like you're receiving multiple gifts in just one box. Right now, Manscaped is offering their biggest discount yet. In addition to their 2 free gifts, the travel bag and the anti-chafing boxer briefs, which I'd repurpose for stocking stuffers if I were you. Manscaped's 20% off holiday sale is happening right now. Did you forget it's the holidays? Maybe this will remind you. Don't miss it. Manscaped.com today. Shop it. Do it now. All right, before I get into the episode, I just wanted to go off script for a second. Say good luck, Vaughn. Good luck, Von Miller, wearing your GOAT shirt in honor of you. When I heard that Von Miller was traded, like I said, we knew it was possibly coming. It stung. It made me sick to my stomach. Vaughn is the Broncos. Vaughn is the face of the Broncos. He's a guy we all root for. And you don't know, we thought he might get traded last year. He was injured. There was talk about it. The Broncos played without him all of last season. You're like, okay, well, if we made it through the season, we can live without him. But getting him back this offseason, having him back at training camp, made you realize how important he is to the team. And even though I knew it was coming, I saw that news. And just a shot to the stomach reminds you, you really do love these guys, even though it's just a football game. So the Rams fans, whoever you are, wherever you are, take care of this man, because he is a fucking treasure. We love you, Vaughn. Fucking treasure. All right, Von Miller, no longer a Bronco. He is officially a member of the 7-1 Los Angeles Rams. So it is time to start rooting for Von Miller to help Matthew Stafford get to the Super Bowl, a charitable cause I fully support. Just like Vaughn supported charitable causes here in Denver. That's Von Miller with my sister at a charity event. Whereas I tried to make it an arranged marriage event that just didn't work out. Now, teams NFL teams across the league should be terrified of Aaron Donald eating up double and triple teams while Vaughn roams free to rush the quarterback. Now that he's escaped the death grip of Vic Fangio's outside linebackers must cover philosophy. I'm not sure who this trade helps more, actually, Von Miller or Aaron Donald. Both are gonna benefit. As tribute to Von, my favorite Von Miller moments include owning Tom Brady all of the times, Von doing this after sacking Tom Brady, Von Miller getting flagged for fake helping Tyrod Taylor off the ground and costing the Broncos a win for a flag because that play got penalized for taunting. And then all of the other times Von sacked Tom Brady. Von Miller sacking old Crimea Rivers more than any other QB.
Fucking treasure.
And finally, Von sacking former Broncos quarterbacks Jay Cutler, Jeff Driscoll, Brady Quinn, Mark Sanchez, Blake Bortles, Kyle Orton, and Joe Flacco. And current Broncos quarterback Teddy Bridgewater. Von sacked 51 different QBs during his career with the Broncos, which spanned 11 glorious seasons. He was selected number 2 overall by John Elway. John Elway's first pick as GM, a great one. Vaughn won Defensive Rookie of the Year, 8 Pro Bowl appearances, 3 All-Pros, 110.5 sacks, 26 forced fumbles, and the greatest Broncos moment of the 21st century, his MVP performance against the Panthers in Super Bowl 50. He is an instant Ring of Famer. He will be a first ballot Hall of Famer regardless of what he does with the Rams. It's hard to fathom the Broncos without Von Miller, their longest tenured player. But that day has unfortunately come. Only the Gooch Slayer himself, Brandon McManus, remains from the Super Bowl 50 team. Here's the good news. The Broncos got a really good haul in return, receiving the Rams' second and third rounder in 2022, which is this upcoming draft. That's solid ammo. It could be used for a trade for a quarterback. It could be used to trade up for a quarterback. It could be used to pick a quarterback. Or it could be used to pick a couple really solid top 100 prospects regardless of position. These picks are going to give the Broncos flexibility in the offseason, and it's a much better haul than if Vaughn just walked after this season, which there was a good chance, and the Broncos collected a compensatory pick, which would have likely been a 5th rounder in 2023. So that's not too appealing. Instead, they send him to a team that's worthy of him, and that's important. I really think GM George Paton did right by the player, and they did right by their organization with this trade. The business part sucks. It sucks to see Vaughn go. Vaughn meant more to this organization than just being a great player. He was the face of the Broncos before and after Peyton Manning. He is the guy that hypes up his teammates at the podium, so the Rams are getting not only a solid player, but a great teammate. He's gonna make that locker room better. He's gonna make that defense better. I honestly think they just entered a cheat code, the Rams. I will note, though, that the Broncos are also eating $9 million of Vaughn's cap hit, which is fair and really isn't a problem given the picks they're getting in return. I also want to point out that the Broncos' pass rush looked pretty good without Von Miller this weekend, as the team picked up 4 sacks in a win against the football team, including 2 from Malik Reed, who could end up being a long-term solution at the position. Obviously, the onus is going to be on Bradley Chubb when he gets back to prove he can pick up the slack and stay healthy, but they can always look to the draft now that they have this extra capital to throw around in the first 3 rounds. But Vaughn is still a really good player, despite what you might read on Twitter. Vaughn was top 5 in quarterback pressures before he missed the game against the football team yesterday. The Denver Broncos defensive coordinators ask him to do a lot, and nobody on the edge plays the run better than Vaughn. So the Rams are getting a guy that can help them on multiple levels, and I think the extra pressure up front can help the Rams on the back end, where they are currently giving up the 6th most passing yards. I just really hope the Rams are smart enough to not line him up in coverage against players like Chase Claypool like we saw earlier this season. By the way, if you want to look at this from a Rams perspective, here's how they've used up their 2022 draft pick so far. First rounder, traded for Matthew Stafford. Second rounder, traded for Von Miller. Third rounder, traded for Von Miller. Fourth rounder, traded away in Brandon Cook's deal to Houston. Sixth rounder, traded for Sony Michel. This is a team that does not give a shit about drafting anyone. And it actually seems like it's a winning strategy for the Rams. I'm glad Von Miller will be able to play in a playoff game for the first time since Super Bowl 50, and I wouldn't be upset in the slightest if he got another ring. I'm rooting for that. He deserves it for putting up with a lot of shit since he held up that Lombardi in February of 2016. Plus, he can go wherever he wants after this season. And the last time the Rams took a chance on some very good Denver Broncos and Aqib Talib, Wade Phillips, and even CJ Anderson, it helped them get to the Super Bowl. Von can do the same. And now with Matthew Stafford, they can probably actually score touchdowns when they get to the Super Bowl. As for the Broncos, I think they should probably go all in on selling prior to tomorrow's trade deadline, which is a weird thing to say after winning a game that puts you back at 500 through 8 games. But if you're going to deal Von, why not try and move Kyle Fuller, Kareem Jackson, and Melvin Gordon, and me as your #1 fan? I don't think that's going to happen because they are at 500, but it feels like the right move. Anyway, good luck, Von Miller. I will have the best and worst of NFL Sunday up. Gonna be a little late today because Von Miller getting traded takes priority. I'll have the recaps of all of Sunday's games. Good luck, Von. Subscribe here on YouTube. Subscribe or I might lose it. I might have nothing to look forward to as a football fan.